Konnichiwa. Hello, everyone. My name is Deontra Hughes, founder and CEO of a company by the name of Spare. Essentially, we can turn any cash register into an ATM. The reason why we'd want to do this is essentially the money moving process today is just too expensive, right? As a consumer, we take our cash and we go to a retailer. The retailer then takes that cash. At the end of the day, they take it to a bank. The bank holds onto it for a little bit. They make some interest off of it. Then they push it onto an ATM. And us lucky consumers most often have to pay a fee in order to get that cash back. So what Spare does is we remove the extra slack in the money moving process. So as a consumer, instead of having to go to a bank to have access to your cash, you can just go right down to that your regular retailer. So whether it's a coffee shop or your favorite bakery, you can actually access cash with your mobile. So we've actually removed the ATM and the debit card from the cashback process. Spare reduces the slack in moving money, just like a couple companies up there that you've seen. So most people believe that cash in and of itself is actually trending downward. Well, that's a fallacy. Actually, a study of over 10 countries in the past 2 years indicate that the usage of cash is actually going up. The market, as of 2014, well, these are the statistics. The average person hits an ATM 7 times per month, hitting roughly about $60 per transaction. Well, that trend isn't going away anytime soon. So what we've done is we've created an easy-to-use application. So from your mobile, you can simply locate a merchant, select the amount, and have access to that cash and authenticate with that mobile device. Right? You can pretty much do anything with banking today except for access cash. So it only makes sense that somebody like us would come along and give you access to your cash from your mobile. Well, our demographic, roughly about $6.8 billion a year coming from millennials. The massive opportunity that we have is actually in tourism. Myself, coming to Tokyo, I didn't have sufficient yen when I got off the airplane. I didn't know where the ATMs were. If I had Spare and active merchants, I could request that cash from this device, and it's more secure than having a debit card. So we have some competitors in the space. But the greatest difference between Spare is that we're B2C, or we're a B2B to C solution. Right? So we're not just a peer-to-peer platform. We give merchants the ability to offload the extra cash that they have on hand. We can increase foot traffic, increase revenue, and decrease the amount of liability that they have with the cash that they're currently storing. They don't need to hold extra cash. We give them the ability to make money on the extra money. So we empower them. So as in any fintech solution, we have revenue drivers so we can make money. The team behind us, backgrounds in finance, management, data analytics, and financial compliance, along with 12 other fully capable and talented individuals. This is why we're successful today. The important thing is, over the next 5 years, we're going to generate revenue. We're going to decrease our expenses, and we're going to process close to $4 billion within this 5-year window. Our path? Well, we think this is rather right up our alley. You recognize a couple players on there. We believe that we bring a value proposition that they're going to like. I founded this company in 2013 with the objective of creating a solution that was more convenient, more secure, and more cost-effective than the ATM. And I can tell you today, folks, we've done it. We've brought along a few partners along the way. With over 350 merchants currently using our system, you can access cash inside the US, in Spain, and soon, by the end of September, you'll be able to access cash in Tokyo. If you're a student, you're an investor, or you're someone wanting to get involved, Spare is the opportunity for you to get involved. This is your opportunity to be part of a system that will change global access to cash. August 1st, we release our version 3. You can download it. If you have a scanner on your phone, you can actually download that now or go to www.gotspare.com. Otherwise, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.
Great job, Spare. Judges, do we have any questions?
Dontra, thank you for your presentation. I got a little bit confused on, I think, a couple of the slides. You said you were launched on 2013, and you had the slides of year 1, year 2, year 3. So you're in year 3 right now, already profitable?
No, so our version, we actually just beta tested it. We released officially in October of 2015. So I founded the company. The original concept was born in October of 2013.
So you're in year 2?
We are in year 2, yes.
Okay.
What took you so long?
So we've filed 2 patents on Spare so far, and it was really testing the idea, testing the marketplace. Because what we found is when you're dealing with people's cash, you have to be very sensitive with that. And so we wanted to get it right. And so we are very proud to say that we actually have a system that I can stand here and say, I really truly am more secure than using the ATM or even using the debit card.
I mean, 2 years is a really long time, right?
Well, it did, and we wanted to make sure we got it right.
Okay, so what are you doing to onboard these merchants? Like, how are you getting? Is it just like a door-to-door salesman type of strategy? Or?
That's actually how we began. So we began with roughly about 57 merchants that started in our system. And today I can say that we have over 350, and that's because of organic growth. The value proposition that we bring to merchants, the increase in foot traffic, the increase in revenue, and the decrease of the liability, all with just having an iOS device and a cash register. Right, so that value proposition is what brought them to us.
When you were saying that the global cash use is actually increasing,
yes.
What about in the U.S.?
So even in the United States, we're seeing, and when I said those 10 countries, the United States was included in those 10 countries. So imagine that, right? And over 80% of our users are millennials. That seems rather counterintuitive to what we know today, right? Because there's a digital wallet for everything. There's a PayPal, there's a Venmo, there's a Google Wallet. So it seemed counterintuitive today that cash is going up, but the actual research behind it, even coming from the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco, 40% of transactions are actually done in cash today, not in digital.
Is there any, what's the reasoning behind that? I'm curious. I guess that's a huge surprise, actually.
Right. Well, there are a few different factors, but the overall factor is that traditional banking is too expensive, and people are getting poorer. Right? And that's really truly what's behind this actual use of cash. Millennials are more connected to their finances when they use cash. In the United States, if you swipe your debit card too many times and you run over, even if it's $2 over, it's $35. And for millennials, that's too expensive. And so most people are leaving traditional banking, and we're the solution for them.
I have a question.
Yes. Last question.
For merchants, so how long does it take for the implementation of your system?
So it's roughly about a 3-day process. So a merchant will go on, if you download the application or go to the website, you go on and you submit the application, and then one of our customer service representatives will reach out and they'll vet your business and make sure that you're an authentic business. And then we will actually send testing to that location once we've essentially authorized you as a merchant.
Thank you.
Good job. Sorry, no more time for questions. Thank you, Spare.
ありがとうございます。